What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Branded Dude here. We have a new replay. We are going up against Centur-ion. Pretty cool deck. End board, it can be a little bit scary. Sometimes they can end on 2 cosmic blazers, and honestly, it's a deck that has a pretty good mechanic to itself, where the Centurion cards can place themselves in spell and trap zones as trap cards and trigger themselves to summon and perform a synchro summon. So yeah, it's a pretty cool deck. So let's see how we do. Centur-ion Bystials can be a difficult matchup for Branded, mainly because Cosmic Blazar Dragon is a huge pain to deal with, honestly, in general. But yeah, I think you guys might enjoy this duel. So let's see how we do. 50 card board, no changes here. So we open draw, Albaz, regain, banishment, and Serenia. Opponent opens Trudea, Veiler, Forlos, regained, as well as Phalanx. So here we are going first. We have no play, so we're just going to set Albaz, activate regained, and pass. Opponent draws for turn, he draws into another copy of Forlos. Main phase, normal summon Trudea effect, place itself and one other Centur-ion in spell and trap zone, sets Primera here triggered to summon itself, Primera effect to search, so he adds the field spell. To this we are going to chain draw, drop it on our opponent. Opponent then activates the field spell, which will basically, I think he sends, send one card to hand from hand to grave, and then place one Centur-ion. He places Gargoyle, and then he's going to go Gargoyle effect here to summon itself, but he's not going to reduce its level. It's going to be level 8. Is it level 8? Level 8. Synchro into Auxilia. Now he's going to, here he was thinking, but he is going to go into Auxilia. And now here it's going to be channeling one Gargoyle to add itself to hand. Cool. Anyways, here he can't do much searches because Auxilia would be able to add a Centurion card from deck to hand, but where he's under draw. Enters battle phase, attacks Albaz. Here he sets Phalanx and then activates regained, and he enters end phase. End phase, he's going to set Primera back in the spell and trap zone. Draw for turn, we draw into Droplet. So yeah, we still have no plays. Here I decided to go Serenia. I don't know why. Here honestly we were in a losing position. Banish Albaz, didn't go regained, because if you go chaining 1 regained, he'll go chaining 2. He's regained, so he was going to get a draw, but he didn't use regained anyway. So yeah, he just simply passed turn. Primera in end phase was end of main. Primera summon itself, add Centur-ion bonds, and then because listen guys, we just have Serenia. He's going to go full combo. I'm not going to sit through that board, so we just pass. I was not going to sit and see what happens and try to see if I get lucky. It's Centur-ion. He's going to go full combo. So we go to game number 2. Game number 2, we open Serenia, Droplet, Colby, Mag, and Super Poly. He opens Bystial Rebellion, Ogre, Imperm, Mag, and Forlos. So we are going first. Still no plays, so we're just going to set Super Poly, Colby, and Droplet, and we will simply pass turn. Opponent draws into Veiler. No Centurion cards, just sure, he has Bystials, but mainly it looks like he just has hand traps. Here he goes Bystial Rebellion. Now here I was contemplating whether I should call by this, but I was thinking, okay, if I call by this, then I cannot use my Bystial Rebellion, and I don't want to do that, so I decided to let this resolve. Add Serenia to his hand. Also, he can't really summon it, he needs to banish his own Bystial Rebellion. So he's going to go Mag, target the Bystial Rebellion. That resolves, we're not going to bother with that. Summon Mag, Mag effection. Now here I was contemplating, do I negate this with Droplet? I decided not to do that. Let that resolve, it's cool. Enter battle phase. I was like, oh, thank you. Okay, so he has no Centur-ion engine in his hand. Attacks for 2/5. Main phase 2 sets Imperm. End phase, here he's going to search for Bowdrake. In end phase and pass turn, we join to Droplet again, so no plays again. So I just simply pass turn. I don't set this because we already have one set, so we just keep the extra card in our hands. Opponent draws a turn, he draws into Ash Blossom. Still no engine, just a handful of hand traps. Absolutely crazy. Enters battle phase, attacks for 2/5. So we are on 3,000 life points left. So here I was desperately hoping for a play. So we get Tragedy. I was like, okay, we can do something with Tragedy, but that's just basically going to be setting and passing. Boom. Opponent draws into regained. Here I was hoping he doesn't see any Centur-ion engine, which my prayer was answered. So yeah, activates regained, enters battle phase. We don't do anything yet. I was contemplating to use Super Poly, decided not to, because if you go Super Poly, we're going to use Mag, and that's going to trigger regained on resolution of that Super Poly to reborn Mag. So I decided, nope, we're not going to do that. Let Tragedy get destroyed. Now here I could have went Magnamut in the end phase, banish this, get both searches, but I didn't do it. I should have actually done it there, but I decided not to. So I'm not saying it was a bad move, but I think we would have benefited a lot more from that. And also the reason why I didn't want to is because regain would trigger to get a draw, so I didn't want to give him that extra draw, because I knew for a fact, okay, in his hand he has hand traps. That's all he has. So I don't want him to draw into another hand trap. So we just draw for turn, we draw into talents, and here I decide, okay, we should be able to do something now. So we go mag, banish tragedy, to which, yeah, opponent does not chain anything. Oh no, yeah, he tries Serena, but we don't have a monster, so don't worry, he does remember that. So we go banish tragedy. Chainlink 1 will be tragedy, chainlink to mag. We make chainlink 1 tragedy because we want to get that search. Mag here, boom, and then chainlink 3 regain, shuffle back tragedy to draw. Here my opponent is going to draw into draw, and we get a Luba. Honestly, man drew into draw. That's crazy. On resolution, he is going to drop draw on us, and here I'm like, nah, we'll call by that draw. I need my brand fusion. Normal summon a Luba search. Now here, honestly, I should have went talent first. Because my opponent can Ash Blossom a Luba, to be honest. But he didn't do it. Instead, he is going to go Veiler on a Luba. To this, I chain Droplet, sending a Luba only, just so Luba dodges Veiler. Cool. Moving on, we get the search, get Brand of Fusion to hand. Obviously, now we're going to go Talents, rip off the Ash Blossom, and now we know he has 2 Bystials and a Ghost Ogre in his hand. So we go Brand of Fusion. Because he has Bystials, we send Albaz and Mercury, going to Lubellion. Lubellion here, we decide to discard Droplet because Mercury is in the grave, so we can use Serenia to banish Mercury. You know, that was my thinking there. And also, this is an interruption, so yeah. Decide to get rid of Droplets instead. Shuffle back Albaz and Lubellion to go into Merjade. I decide not to use Merjade's effect to banish, because then he has Bystials to get rid of our fusion. So we just enter battle phase, deal some damage. Attack for 2-5. Yeah. Deals a bit of damage, but on attack declaration he is going to go Serenia, target a Luba, so we let that resolve. That's totally fine, but I don't decide to continue with Magnum Hut's attack because Serenia will trigger, put Lubellion in the grave. I said nope, we're not going to give it to you right now. Go to main phase 2, end phase pass. End phase we do get to add, so here I decide to add Albaz to hand, not Albion, not Bystial Lubellion. I guess I should have added Bystial Lubellion, I guess, but I decided to add Albaz just because we have Super Poly, so we need a discard. I don't want to discard Serenia, I'd rather discard Albaz, put Albaz name in grave. So we do that. Opponent draws for turn, he draws into Ash Blossom. No Centur-ion plays whatsoever. Jeez, just hand traps for days. Opponent goes Boldrake, banishing Veiler. Here I decided, okay, to this, obviously, if we don't chain anything, Boldrake will summon himself, banish Veiler, then he's going to trigger regain, get a draw. So I decided, nope, we don't want him to get a draw, so I decided to go Super Poly, discarding Albaz, using Magnamut and Serenia. Here we're going to fusion summon, going to Chaos Star Source, and now Boldrake here will summon itself. On resolution, it is going to be Chainlink 1 regained for Veiler to draw, Chainlink 2 Serenia, and then Chainlink 3 regain again to summon Mag, and we're going to go Chainlink Force, Chaos Star Source, pop Boldrake, pop regain. So goes Imperm. To this we're going to chain Merjade, send Albion, banish our Chaos Star Source to dodge Imperm, and he gets no advantage of those entire chain links. No draw, no summon, no mag, none of that. Boom, open field. He does Foolish Burial Lubellion because yeah, Serenia did end up going to the graveyard. Cool, but yeah, luckily he's not going to get a draw. Goes to end phase, and that's when I knew, okay, we are Gucci. So we go Albion effect here. My opponent does not chain Ash Blossom. He allows this to resolve, I guess because he wants to save Ash Blossom just for Brand of Fusion, which is fair, totally fair. So yeah, add regain and my opponent scoops. So yeah, that was a crazy, weird game number 2, but luckily for us, we won that. So now we can go to game number 3, see if we can hopefully claim victory against Centur-ion. So opening hands, we open Droplet, Retribution, Gold Sock, Harpies, and Duplication. So yeah, at least we have Gold Sock, you know, to get us a search. Opponent opens Phalanx, Deck Lockdown. That is rough. Primera, Imperm, and Regain. So he's going to go full combo. So yeah, Primera, search for the field spell, and then he's going to field spell, send the trap, place Trudea, activate Regain. Trudea here will summon itself. Summon itself, and then Trudea will place itself and Gargoyle. Gargoyle will summon itself. Synchros here makes Gargoyle level 4 to go into Primus. Then Primus here will trigger as Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2 Gargoyle, add yourself to hand, add Emblema Oath to his hand, activate Emblema Oath where he's going to place the Atri into the spell trap zone. Atri will summon itself, and here he gets to draw. Yeah, he gets to draws into Primera, and now he's going to synchro off, going into Auxilia. Finally, Auxilia here will get a search. Here he decides to search Wake Up Centur-ion, which is, yeah, generally that's what they search for in this line. Centur-ion, Wake Up Centur-ion, summons a level 4/8. I think it's a level 4 token. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. Then gonna activate a Wake Up Centur-ion, basically banish, and then send one Centur-ion card from deck to grave. So here he's gonna send, I think he sends a trap card. Okay, no, he sends Trudea to the graveyard, sets Imperm, activates deck lockdown, which is a bit rough, goes to end phase, Phalanx, banish to summon Primus, and then trigger the Centur-ion. Yeah, if a monster is special summon, okay, it's not during main phase, so trigger Centur-ion. So now here he's going to be able to go into Crimson here targets Auxilia to summon Cosmic Blazar. So Cosmic Blazar is a bit of a menace to deal with, and then he's going to go Auxilia, place back Primera. So here's the thing, he has one Cosmic, and then he has Primera and Trudea in the back row with the field spell, so he will be able to summon another Cosmic during our turn. So that's a bit rough. Cosmic is a problem to deal with. So pause his turn, go to draw phase, we join to Albion Strider. Now, here was the game plan. Okay, we are under deck lockdown. We do have Harpies, we do have Droplets, okay, but the best way for me to deal with this is honestly set Albaz and Contact Fuse. And to be honest, what was I going to say? I was praying to draw into an Albaz, literally, but instead we got given Albion Shrouded. So I was like, you know, that is something to work, but I know for a fact my opponent is not dumb to allow us to just put Albion Shrouded onto our field. Sure, Cosmic Blazar can negate a special summon, but you know, the whole point is he knows for a fact he's going to avoid any way, as you know, any way, just to not allow me to set Albaz or put Albaz on the field. Literally, that he knows what he's dealing with. Okay, so here I decide, okay, well, there's nothing much we can do, but in main phase what we need to do is, one, we need to get rid of the back row. The only problem is the field spell cannot be destroyed by card effects while he controls a Centur-ion monster. So this is not going to get destroyed by Harpies nonetheless, but you know, at least we get rid of deck lockdown and everything else, right? Well, not the Centur-ion monsters in the Stone Traps and everything else. So the only way to get through that, honestly, I was thinking we need to send a monster and we need to send a trap card. Oh my word, I am such a fool. I just realized something. And I'll tell you what exactly happened. So that was the plan. Obviously, the whole point is we need to make sure Cosmic Blazar cannot trigger itself or chain itself to Droplet, because this thing can still leave the field. And even if it leaves the field, it's still going to come back in end phase. And we don't want that, okay? That's what I'm trying to resolve. So it was a massive contemplation here. So I decided, okay, we're going to go Albion Shrouded first, where we're going to send Branded Fusion from deck to grave, because we have Retribution. Cool. No response here. So we're going to go Droplet. And here we are going to send, we're going to go Droplet, sending Albion from hand, and we're going to send Retribution. Okay, wait. Whatever moments I had back then, forget about it. I just realized that was a dumb thought. Anyways, send Albion and Retribution. So now monsters cannot trigger, and these trap cards cannot also trigger itself. So that resolves. So we're going to negate both of these. No draw for us. Cool. Nothing on res. So now we do go Harpy's Feather Duster. But now, unfortunately, opponent can still summon these. And the field spell is going to remain on the field. So, yeah, he's going to summon all of this. And obviously, we can't activate Gold Sock first because we need to get rid of deck lockdown first. So we get rid of those. Boom. On resolution, Chainlink 1 Primera. Chainlink 2 Centur-ion. Field spell to Synchro, and then Trudea makes itself level 8. So here's going to be able, makes it level 8. To this, we're going to chain Retribution, just add Brand Fusion to our hand. And now here is going to Synchro into Crimson. Crimson, he effect here will, well, first he's going to add Trudea of Primera, then Chainlink 1 Centur-ion. Here he's going to go into his second copy of Cosmic Blazar. So unfortunately, we have another Omni Negate to deal with. So we go Gold Sock. Here I decide to banish Mercuria because I just want to add Albaz to my hand. So banish Mercuria effect here, and my opponent is going to negate this with Cosmic Blazar, which is rough. We activate Brand of Fusion, going to Albion, the Bystial Rebellion, going to Albion the branded, chain link 1 Albion. Now here's the thing, I wanted to keep duplication in my hand, in all honesty, but the thing is, my opponent can simply just chain Cosmic Blazar any moment. So both these Cosmics will be off the field, and they're going to come back during end phase. And I really don't have a good way of dealing with both of these. So here I was contemplating whether I should keep duplication. I would have to banish Albaz, Albion, going to Lubellion, discard this, going to Mirrorjade. We could chain Mirrorjade to attempt to banish something. He would just chain Cosmic, obviously, and then we would end up banishing. Is that right? This can be banished. Yeah, can be banished. Boom, attack for 3000, attack for 2-5. Going to Lubellion, Bestial Lubellion, maybe place regained or lost. And yeah, honestly, at that situation, actually, yo, I screwed up, guys. I really screwed up here. So I'll tell you why. So what I should have done, right? Albion effect, cool. We banish Albaz and Albion. Going to Lubellion, discard duplication. Going to Mirrorjade, use Mirrorjade effect to sending, I guess I would send Titanic-clad. My opponent would definitely chain Blazar because they can still banish itself for cost. But the whole point is both Blazars are coming back in end phase. And then he's gonna chain, and then we just banish something, attack for 3000, attack for 2-5, right? Summon Bestial Lubellion, sending Albion. Bestial Lubellion, place specifically branded lost, right? And then when we go to end phase, we have priority. We can use Albion, set branded banishments, and then we can go Titanic Clad, maybe summon Quem, Foolish Bear or something. And then both of these Cosmics will come to us, come back in the end phase. The whole point is setting up lost and put it banishment. You need to remember that Cosmic Blazar, when your opponent activates a card effect, it negates activation, so lost prevents that. But the issue is that if we do go what's his name, lost, and then set banishments, if we go branded banishment, target whatever, he can just chain one of his Cosmic Blazars, which will basically enable it to be safe from banishments, and then we could banish the other one, going to maybe Chaos Star Source or something. The whole point is we need to use this dragon as something, and then at least we'll be able to get rid of one. Then we only have one additional one to deal with. So honestly, now that I think about it, only now, that is something we could have done to keep playing. But here I was contemplating, listen, you see in the chat today, I was like summoning, trying to get Albaz onto the field, and honestly, I just decided to scoop because not having a good way to deal with Cosmic Blazar was the main issue. But now that I think about it, honestly, I should have taken the chance and went that route instead to test my luck, see if we could hopefully get through this. The only issue is Centur-ion, I'm pretty sure they do play Chaos Angel, they do play Bystials, so like in the long run, we're kind of going to have to be very careful because the Bystials will be an issue, Chaos Angel will be an issue. We're going to have a lot to kind of deal with, to be honest. But I think now that I think about it, if we went along that line, we could have grinded this game a little bit further, see, hopefully we would stand a chance of winning it, but unfortunately I didn't. Cosmic Blazar is an issue. If I had Super Poly, I could have used both. Actually, no, I couldn't use both of these. Yeah, I would have to try to put a Albaz, a light or dark dragon, use Super Poly, fusion summon one of them into Chaos Star Source. You know, I could have done that, but Cosmic Blazar Dragon is a menace to deal with, and as mentioned, I should have maybe tried to go that line, but I decided not to. I actually didn't even think about that because I was more fixated on keeping duplication in my hand. That's the reason why I didn't go that line, to be honest. I wanted to keep duplication in my hand. That's the reason why. So yeah, unfortunately, that's I did not think of that during the game. But yeah, guys, that is the game replay. Centur-ion Bystials, yeah, it can be a bit of a problem for Branded to deal with, mainly because Cosmic Blazar Dragon is a menace. Honestly, this card is absolutely broken. Pretty cool card, but it's honestly a broken card as well. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you did, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry for not like actually thinking of that line where, you know, Albion discard the duplication, that whole thing. I should have thought of that. I don't know why I was so fixated on keeping this in hand. But yeah, guys, you live and you learn. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Cheers, guys.